guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about this crochet hair that I'm wearing. So the hair that I have installed in my hair is Ywigs 20-inch kinky curly hair. So it doesn't look 20 inches just because I had to work my magic with this hair, but honestly it was pretty easy. So let's get right into this video. As you guys can see, this is what the hair looks like. I got 5 bundles of kinky curly hair, but I only installed 4 bundles. I don't know if I really needed 5 bundles. Like, this is pretty packed in, pretty full. Like you guys can see, this is the front, the sides, the back. Like, it's pretty full, so I don't even think you need 5 packs. 4 is good enough. In your Ywigs bag, you get your bundles of hair, you get some clips, a edge brush, crochet needle, and all of that. I get my hair done professionally just because it is a process putting these things in, and I'd rather pay someone to do it. So of course, I always show up to my appointments with my hair blown out. My braider Tasha braids down my hair, and I made sure to be very clear with what I wanted. So I wanted a middle part, as you guys can see, and I also wanted a side part, which she did, which I don't know if I'll ever wear it in the side part, but I do have a side part there. And I wanted Tasha not to make my middle part go all the way to the back of my head, because when I turn around, I don't want people to see you know Moses, how he split the Red Sea? I don't want a split at the back of my head when I turn around. And I've seen a few girls where, you know, they turn around and there's this huge line going down the back of their head, and for their side part, there's this line going all the way back. It just looks funny. It doesn't look right, okay? So I made sure to ask Tasha not to do that, and what she did was she did a crisscross method, so my part literally stops right here, which you probably, there you go, you can kind of see it literally stops here. She basically like made the braid go around so that way my part stops and there's not a big split at the back of my head, which you guys will see in the footage. So Tasha braided down my hair, pretty much did cornrows going straight back.
I had a dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, cause I had something to say. Blew everybody away, wear whatever I want. Dressed in a gown, everybody's like, why, where you going? Nowhere special, just going to the store. I think I'd have it all, tell you I have even more. Picking a plate, being a plate, she is unruly. Never seen her like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in her way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me, cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams all night. Living in my dreams all night. All the problems disappear. She could tell you the things you wanna hear. She could read your mind and that she could believe all the little lies you tell yourself at night. Never get it wrong, it's always right. Making a plate, being a plate, she is unruly. Never seen her like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in her way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me, cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no. Cause these are dream rules. This is someone else, I'm not myself, no, no.
I highly recommend doing small braids so that way your part looks like a natural part. If you do really big braids, then you end up having a really wide part, and that doesn't look natural. It looks funny, in my opinion. Do your braids small so that way it looks like an actual part. Do you know what I mean? Could you imagine if I had four big braids and my part was like this wide? I've seen that. It doesn't look natural. So do small braids. If you want to do big chunky ones in the back, cool, but do them small in the front, at least where you're going to have your part or parts. This hair, once it was, fully installed, it obviously didn't look right. You really need to mess with this hair. So Tasha did a little bit of magic. She sprayed it with water. She added a little bit of leave-in. She added mousse. And I didn't wait for it to dry. I got home, and by the time I got home, it started to dry, but it looked dry. It started to get really frizzy and really poofy, and it started to lose definition, and I didn't like it. I really did not like it. Also, Tasha, my braider, she did trim off like the really scraggly pieces, because when you install hair that's all one length, when you're separating the pieces, you're going to have pieces that look like this. Some long, some short pieces, and it's just gonna look really crazy. And when I got home, my hair looked like a mullet. It looked really, really funny. Like the bottom part of my hair was super long. I think it was sitting like down here. This was really long. There was no shape to my hair. And what I did was pretty much go back in with some water, soak my hair down, and did my own wash and go. I went in with some gel and I slathered it onto my hair, and I sat under my hooded dryer for about half an hour or so till my hair was fully dry. And then my hair was flat, super defined, and it just didn't look good. You could see my braids because the hair was super flat. So what I did, I went in with my hands and I started stretching, removing the crunch from the gel, right? So that's pretty much what I did to remove the crunch. I used my hands to fluff my hair. I shook my head. I went in with the hair scissors. I snipped pieces. I took the bottom part of my hair and brought it up to my shoulders. I, used a mirror and made sure to cut my hair in somewhat of a shape. I'm not the best at cutting hair, but I did what I could. And I think for the most part, it looks pretty good. I cut hair. I don't really know how to shape hair, but honestly, you just have to take your time and kind of just make sure both sides match. And I tried my absolute best. When you first install this hair, it's gonna be like long and short, and it may even look like a mullet, which is what happened with me. The bottom half of my hair was so long and so thin looking. It wasn't, it just needed some shaping. I needed to let go of the length from the bottom half and cut some shorter pieces at the top, which you guys can kind of see. I have some short pieces here, which is what you need to do. It's how you're gonna get some shape. I do have some pieces that probably need a bit more cutting, but I don't want to mess with this hair too much, just in case I do plan to reuse it. Because if I do plan to reuse it, then I need to line up the short pieces, put them in one little baggie, the medium pieces another baggie, so that way it can be reinstalled properly. Or I'm gonna end up with really short pieces here, long ones up here. So if you wanna, you really want to be mindful with that. If you're going to chop up this hair a lot, you want to make sure that when you are taking the pieces out, that you're doing it in some sort of order. You're separating short pieces from long pieces. I've gotten a ton of compliments, so it obviously looks good. People have been complimenting left, right, and center, so obviously it looks good. You have to play with this hair. You cannot wear it straight out of the pack. At least I couldn't. All the videos that I've seen, people have had to shape this hair. You are going to have to shape this hair. This hair is 100% human hair, so you can dye it, you can flat iron it, blow it out, you can reuse it as well. It is reusable, and there's many ways to remove the hair. You can undo your loops, you can undo your braids and have the hair just slide out. There's many different ways, but the hair is reusable. You can take it out. Me personally, I don't think I'm going to take the time to undo the loops. I probably will just cut the hair out. I will try my best not to cut the string, so that way I can reuse it in the future, but we will see. We'll see. I'm hoping to get at least 2 weeks out of this hair, because it's curly hair. It can be high maintenance thankfully today, I did my wash and go last night. I put a jumbo bonnet on and it was smushed to my head when I woke up. But funny enough, all I had to do was shake my head, fluff up my hands. I didn't add no water, no product, no combs, nothing. And that's it. And this is how it looked in the morning. Very simple, very easy. And it's thanks to me shaping it last night, why it stayed in, you know, this nice shape. It's not perfect. Like, I feel like I could go back in and maybe cut a few more pieces here. I probably could take off a little bit right here. I probably could go in and cut some pieces in the back and have a little bit more layers. But for the most part, I want to say it's pretty good. I would give it like an 8 out of 10 with the shaping that I did. Could it be better? For sure. But I think it looks pretty good. My mom said it looks like my natural hair. I think it looks like my natural hair. I would say it's like a 4A curl pattern, not so much 4B. I would say 4A, which reminds me of the front portion of my actual hair. The back of my head gets tighter. Underneath definitely gets way tighter. But it definitely mimics the front portion of my head. In terms of shedding, this hair definitely sheds. Curly hair is going to shed a lot more than straight or wavy hair, just because it requires a lot of detangling. It requires a lot of product, a lot of manipulation. You got to use your hands. You got to really get in there to get the hair detangled and defined. So you are going to experience some shedding. I didn't find it to be too crazy, but it definitely is a lot more shedding than, like I said, the looser textures. You're definitely going to experience shedding. It's just what it is. You're going to experience shedding. So don't be alarmed when the hair sheds. It has to shed. It's going to. Just like our own hair. When we are styling it, it's going to shed. When your hair is straight, you don't lose as much hair. But it wasn't hard. I love the fact that this hair dried very quickly. My hair wouldn't have dried in 30 minutes. I can tell you that right now. My hair would have taken hours. So I loved that. It was so easy. So easy. So I love that. I love that in the morning I didn't have to go in with a blow dryer and stretch this hair to get back some length. Even though I kind of like how that looked just now when I stretched it. Ooh, I might actually stretch it just to get a little bit more length. But I'm kind of liking this, like, what is it? Diamond shape. I may play around with this hair a little bit, do a twist out. Yeah, I might play with this hair a little bit. But overall, I like it. I was nervous because I never get hair that looks like my own, just because of how much work goes into this texture. And I have always said, if I want this texture, why not just wear my own hair? But this is easier because it just dries so much faster. I have low porosity hair, so my hair takes forever to dry. This, I want to say, is high porosity, just because of, I guess, whatever they use to make the curl pattern. It dries really quickly. So if you are nervous about trying type 4 hair, don't worry. It's easier than our hair. If you have low porosity hair, don't worry. This dries way faster than our hair. Because this hair doesn't have, I want to say, roots. The roots of this hair dries faster than your actual roots. Does that make sense? It's not like densely packed up inside there. The air is really able to get up in there and dry. I don't know if that makes sense. But my problem is with my real hair, it takes forever for the roots to dry. It takes forever for the back to dry because it's just so dense. It's just so thick in the roots. 10 out of 10. I love this hair. I definitely could see myself installing this again. I was very nervous to try out type 4 hair just because I know the work that goes into type 4 hair, but this was really easy to do. The install, I want to say it took about an hour and a half for the braid down, and then maybe about 2-3 hours for the install of the crochet. Yeah, it was easy. It was pretty good. I'll just come in close so you guys can see. This is what it looks like. Honestly, the more frizz it has, the more natural it looks. So I did go in and like pull a few pieces to add some frizz. You can definitely tease with a comb. I did go in and like separate some curls because some curls are a bit chunky. So I want it to look as natural as possible. I never want anything to look overly shiny, super defined. Yeah, so frizz, you want frizz. you want frizz. Frizz is your friend when you're wearing hair that's not your own. When it's my hair, I kind of like it a little bit more, you know, neat. Not too much frizz. I love definition. This has been really nice. I think I would have loved a little bit more length, which I can go in with a blow dryer. Like I said, I can pull and blow dry, which I may do. We'll see. So that is pretty much all that I have to share with you guys about this hair. The only other thing is, I think it took about 2 weeks or so. I think they were on like back order, so it took a little bit longer for it to get to me. It's usually about a week or so. I do have a coupon code. I will leave it on the screen for you guys. I'll leave the direct link down below and any other information that I have. Like I said, Kinky Curly Ywigs, 20 inches. You gotta shape it. You need some frizz. You gotta treat it like it's your own hair. It's human hair, so treat it like it's your own. You need products. You got to go in with your hands, a wide tooth comb, and define this hair and add frizz. That's how you're gonna get this hair to look like your own. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, definitely let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.